So all of that power is great, and he's knocked people out. I just have to avoid that one shot for 8 rounds, and I believe that I can do that. So when I'm bouncing around the ring, jabbing, weaving, and doing all of these things, I know I can pick him apart and score points and make this a very, very big contest.
No shit, I saw it. And I don't give a f. Sure, he's looking good. Sure, he's looking all of that. Oh, he's dropping people. He's fast. So the f am I. People want the truth.
Chin's gone.
But he's still Anthony Joshua.
Which is stiff and no rhythm and no skill. Just power.
You're serious about fighting him?
Yeah.
This is the first time where Jake is in real danger. Say what you want about money and prizes and everything else, this is going to end badly.
Jake Paul has reacted to Anthony Joshua's new training clips, boldly claiming he can beat Joshua without much trouble. He brushed off AJ's workout as unimpressive, calling the former heavyweight champion flat and overrated. His comments immediately took over social media, sparking arguments about whether Paul is being boldly confident or simply unrealistic.
Yeah, I would love it. I would love it. I would love to walk into the Lion's Den and have everyone saying fuck Jake Paul and then knock someone out like he did tonight. So we'll see what happens, but I know I can do it.
Who's that someone?
Anthony Joshua.
I know there's been a lot of noise today about a certain Tyson Fury placing £1 million on you to knock Anthony Joshua out if that fight's made. What's your response to Tyson?
Paul has officially started his training camp for the Joshua fight, and his confidence is higher than ever. He keeps saying he'll beat AJ easily, taking shots at Joshua's chin, timing, and overall ability. Jake insists Joshua is predictable and believes this fight is his chance to show he belongs among the elite heavyweights. Paul hasn't held back at all when talking about Joshua. He's called AJ an easy target and even questioned his toughness. On his podcast, he repeated the claim that Joshua has no chin, describing him as stiff and lacking real skill. Jake isn't pretending. He truly believes Joshua is vulnerable, and he's using that belief to argue this fight could be the moment that finally boosts his credibility in boxing.
Jake's own words are that AJ's got no chin, he's stiff, and he's got no rhythm.
What a fool. What an absolute idiot. He's going to get absolutely annihilated. If this is real, he's going to get absolutely annihilated. And, you know, who can blame Joshua? Who could blame him? Offering him this guy for 40 or 35 million. God almighty. It's unbelievable. Put it that way.
At their recent press event, Paul defended his attitude, saying he's gotten this far because of what he calls delusional optimism. He admitted that most people doubt him, but he believes his strong self-confidence is what keeps him pushing forward. Paul sees this mindset not as delusion, but as a strength that drives him to chase outcomes others think are impossible.
You're fighting Anthony Joshua in less than a month. Why are you doing this?
I like to challenge myself. I like to take on the biggest, the best. I said anyone, anytime, any place. I truly mean that. And I'm here to go out there and shock the world. I know what I'm capable of. I see him and what he's capable of. And we're going to go to war, and we'll see the best man that will win. But people say, oh, he's out of his mind, all of these things. I've gotten to where I'm at today because of delusional optimism. And so it's delusion until it's not, because look at where we're sitting today. No one ever thought that this would be possible, that we would be here when I first started boxing, and no one thinks I'm going to win. So join the list. And
Paul says Joshua is absolutely beatable, pointing directly to what he considers major weaknesses in AJ's recent fights. On his podcast, he repeated that Joshua has no chin, lacks sharp skills, and looks rigid in the ring. Paul argues that Joshua's knockout loss to Daniel Dubois showed a decline in durability, and that this is the perfect moment to face him. With his unusual style and growing momentum, Jake insists he has a real chance in a fight many fans view as extremely risky.
Why is Jake Paul doing this? Well, I think it's because he genuinely believes there is a chance he can win this. I think he's calculated everything about Anthony Joshua's circumstances and he's gone, yeah, I actually think I can do this. I can leapfrog so many years of having to build and go through the ranks and do all that stuff by beating a shop-worn Anthony Joshua. And what are the factors in Jake Paul believing this? Well, it would be firstly that AJ received a loss in his most recent fight. Anthony Joshua's not been in the ring since September 2024, so over a year by the time him and Jake Paul get in the ring together. It will have been around 15 months. It was the manner of Joshua's loss where he looked terrible. He looked like a fighter that was well past his best. His timing wasn't there. He even looked a little bit chinny, dare I say. I mean, I still think he's got a good chin. The shot he took from Dubois was absolutely massive and would have knocked down many heavyweights. And he showed decent powers of recovery to get up and struggle through for as long as he did before his over-aggression and miscalculation with the type of shots he was using got him knocked out by Dubois. But if you're deluded enough like Jake Paul, then perhaps you look at that and go, he landed a massive right hand on Joshua's chin. Why can't I do the same? I believe myself to be a very big puncher. And it's that old saying, isn't it? You know, you shoot for the stars, you might at least land on the moon. And I think that's kind of why Jake Paul's maybe got to where he is in life, because he does have too much self-confidence.
Jake is framing this matchup as a make or break moment. He believes beating Anthony Joshua won't just be another big win, it will officially validate him as a real boxer. To him, stepping in with a former world champion and natural heavyweight proves he's aiming for the highest level. Paul says that once he beats Joshua, every doubt disappears, and no one will be able to question him again.
They said, fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed fighters for me to the world. Make no mistake, this is the biggest fight of my career. I'm walking into the lion's den. I'm doing something that no one else has ever done before. I, Jake Joseph Paul, will knock out, defeat, and embarrass Anthony Joshua Friday, December 19th, live on Netflix. My voice cracked, I'm still going through puberty. The biggest fight of 2025, USA versus UK. He's got the belts, the size, the history, but I have the balls. Be careful what you wish for. Jake versus Joshua, Judgment Day. He has a 90% knockout ratio, but I have a 100% chance of